Funny man, Gilbert Godfrey. Oh, I forgot to update my titles, man. Oh, everyone's gonna think this is yesterday's show. Oh, son of a gun. I forgot to update my titles. I don't know if I can even do this right now. Son of a gun. The videos have already been posted with those titles. I don't know if this will change the titles. I don't think it will. But I'm going to try. Son of a gun. I don't want to start the video over again. But unreal. So you guys don't even know the title of the video. But that's okay. Let me say hello to all of you. Debbie, Riff, Roger, J-Bone, Lisa, Megsy. What's up, everybody? Let me refresh the page now so we can get a chat number up here. Riff, watched your yesterday show before you went live and seen your hawk guard. Yeah, that was pretty cool. The hawk was cool. Missed several shows, just got out of hospital after cutting a third of the way through my foot with a chainsaw. Ryan, you guys got to be careful with those chainsaws, man. Oh, my God. It's such a dangerous instrument of destruction. So dangerous. I don't like using them. That's why I used to always call Mark and be like, Mark, I need you to come over and cut this for me because that man knows how to use a chainsaw. And he's physically stronger than me. It takes a lot of strength because they kick back and you don't realize it. You know, that they move and they jump and whatever. You don't really think about it until it moves and it jumps and it hits you. Then you realize that you needed to be more conscious, more strong. And another thing is people will chainsaw. You gradually get tired. You know, it's like somebody throwing a baby up in the air repeatedly. It's easy at first, but that baby weighs, 10, 15 pounds. And after a few of those, you start getting fatigued. And if you keep doing it enough, you're going to drop that freaking baby because it's getting heavier for you. It's the same thing, man. Anytime you're doing reps of an exercise, you can only do so many. It's the same thing with a chainsaw. You can only do so many. Then you got to stop. You got to take a break. So important to do that, man, when you're using one because they will just jump. And if your muscles are not ready for that, it goes where it wants to go, man. I'm so sorry that happened to you. It's freaking terrible. I hear about chainsaw accidents all the time. Somebody just showed me their knee. They had been hit by a chainsaw and it had healed up. I can't remember who that was that showed me that not too long ago. They said it just nicked me, man. It was just like, it just barely touched me. It ripped his leg apart, Take a break from baby throwing too. What happened to the trendy? What happened to the trendy? What do you mean what happened to the trendy, Adam? Mate was fairly tired, had proper boots, luckily, or would not have. Yeah, tired. Yeah, you gotta take those breaks, man. I'm so sorry that happened to you. Damn, onto the phone. Huh? Adam, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. I don't understand the words you're saying. Nick Brown. Nick, what's up, buddy? Hey, how's it going? Good morning. I got my covfefe. Watched a Jon Stewart, The Problem episode this morning, and it was from February 16th. Basically right about the time the Ukraine war was about to start. And they were talking about how bad inflation was. You guys remember that? Give me a second here. Let me see if I can pull this up for you really fast.
Every day you hear something different.
corporate greed is causing inflation. The problem with Jon Stewart. It says 1 month ago. So 1 month ago is right when this war was starting, right? I think you guys are gonna find this very interesting.
I was just trying to alley-oop that for John. Thank you.
Okay, here we go. Why was the sound so good? Oh, I see.
Here's the thing that's on my mind right now. So I'm watching the news this weekend, and it's a 5-alarm inflation fire. Every newscast I'm jumping.
Now, just so you guys know, this was February 17th, and you can see it right here. I want you to see this. Look, it's over here. It's off screen. Hold on. Son of a gun. Hold on 1 second. There you go. Okay, great. If everyone will look just right here where my mouse is, you'll see it says February 17th. So understand, this had nothing to do with the Ukraine war. The Ukraine war hadn't started yet, right? So let's go ahead, and I want you guys to hear some of this.
With it tonight, inflation, families, hundreds of dollars extra a week, a month. When will it end? 7%, 10%. And I'm like, oh my God, this inflation has now gotten to a point where it's really beginning to affect people's bottom line. And they start going into the why of it, right? And the why of it is supply
Hey,
chain
Adidas.
and pandemic and all these.
Yeah, I don't want to
things,
see
and
pictures
nobody
of your
can keep things
chainsaw
on
injury, but thank you for offering.
And I'm thinking to myself, I think we're missing one small part of this, and that is these companies are making record profits. Like when they keep talking about controlling inflation, they keep talking about we got to raise the interest rates and try and retame this tiger, and it's the only thing you can do. And yet there is one other thing that we haven't ever considered, and that is these companies don't necessarily have to jack up their prices.
The amount the prices have been raised.
But Jen Psaki is over there telling you that this is Putin's price hike. And understand that this price hike started before the war of Ukraine. We had COVID. We had a supply chain breakdown. We had problems, and inflation shot up. And now all of a sudden, here's Jen Psaki calling it Putin's price hike. This was this was February 17th, people. So when Jen Psaki when Joe Biden has Jen Psaki come out and lie to your faces, understand this was news before they're trying to make it sound like it was news. And you can watch this whole episode. It's actually really good. I probably can't play it for you because it's Apple stuff, right? I'm probably already getting in trouble for having it on screen. I just remembered that. But I just want you guys to be aware of that. And you can go watch it yourselves, of course. I highly recommend that you do that. Putin just made it worse. No, he didn't make it worse, Adam. That's the freaking narrative. Putin didn't make it worse. It wasn't Putin. Stop blaming Putin for what NATO and America has been pushing for years. We installed the government in Ukraine, Adam. But keep getting your news from Rachel Maddow, please, Adam, please. For God's sakes. All Putin did was react to what NATO and the United States has been pushing for. We've been pushing for this war for years. When we supported the Nazis in the Ukraine and gave them all kinds of missiles and bombs to kill Russians in Ukraine since 2014, bro. But you're not listening to that sort of thing, are you? You're just an American flag-waving cheerleader. You're just never going to get it. He affecting the prices of many things. Oh, yeah, it's Putin. Yeah, it was Putin. He affecting the price of many things. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's Putin. It's all his fault. Not not the fact that NATO and America decided to put a bunch of bases on his border and keep trying to convince Ukraine to join NATO. No, it wasn't that at all. It's not our fault, Adam, right? We're perfect. America's perfect. Couldn't be us. It's time for some of you to start taking credit for what you're guilty of, which is being an American and supporting this and acting like you've got no hand in it. You do. You do, especially when you sit there and you try to change the narrative like Adam is right now. Oh, it's all Putin's fault. Right, sure. How is it Putin's fault? How was Jon Stewart talking about it before the war? Explain that, Adam. Don't you remember that ship, that container ship getting turned sideways in the canal? Remember that? Remember how that screwed everything up? What about 2 years of COVID, supply chain disruption, people hoarding things, companies taking advantage and jacking up the prices of everything? You don't want to say that, do you? You don't want to give corporate America the credit that they deserve. Well, since Adam, man, I'd love to be able to play this for you, but I guess I can't. Maybe if I play it fast and backwards, we'll try one of my old tricks here. I don't know. I hope I don't get in trouble for this. Just because of Adam's fat mouth, now I have to explain it to you all because there's one dumbass in the fucking audience. So now I have to explain it to all of you. Hey, man, I'm not supporting Putin, you idiot. Stop putting words in my mouth. I'm just saying he's not causing your problems, bro. You know, this is your narrative, bro. You're playing the Rachel Maddow narrative. It's hilarious. You typical Dem. You don't even make sense. I don't know, but Putin probably wouldn't be killing all those people in Ukraine had they not been trying so hard to push for the support of NATO against Russia. You know, and maybe if they hadn't been murdering Russians in Donbass, you don't know anything about that, do you? You know anything about the 14,000 Russians that were killed in the Donbass region since 2014? Or you don't know about that, do you, Adam? You should probably quit while you're ahead. Hilarious. Anyway, let me see if I can flip this for you guys. Figures Adam would have to come in here and shoot off his fat mouth. Okay, that's backwards. And now we'll speed it up. And hopefully I won't get in trouble. All right, listen, Adam. Since you're the only hilarious thing in here, Adam, is you, Mr. American flag waver. Typical freaking indoctrinate.
Is far more than the cost of putting those products on the shelf. So it's just a choice.
Boom.
And it's so funny that it's like prices are going up. What do we do? It's a complex problem. And no one's like, wait, have people just made the prices more?
Yes.
That's the part that always confuses me. It's like inflation is always something that just happens to companies. Where it's like I don't know what's going on. Versus people being in the boardroom being like, we're going to charge $3 more.
Yeah. And by the way,
Good morning, Billy.
People's wages. When you pump the money at the high end, at the asset end of like real estate and bonuses, everybody's fine. The minute you give somebody fucking a couple of bucks extra an hour, everybody's like, milk is $1,000 a gallon. Can I tell you who I blame?
Who?
Rogan. It's got to be.
Joe Rogan.
All right, so here's what we did. We got it.
I blame Rogan.
All right, Henrik, no boy. Henrik is out.
I'm just making a good face for the memes that are going to be made.
I know, they're coming. So
I blame
somebody
Rogan.
had a tweet storm. Is that the correct way to go viral? We reached out immediately. Her name is Lindsay Owens. She has a PhD. She's the executive director of the Groundwork Collaborative. There's also an economic policy advisor for Senator Elizabeth Warren. Sociological stuff.
Hey, Adam. So when the Ukrainians were bombing the Russian nationals in the Donbass region and their homes were destroyed, you yell at me? You forget the order of operations of this war, bro. You're forgetting about 14,000 people who were murdered by shelling since 2014. You don't even want to address that, do you, Adam? You don't want to address it, do you? You don't want to get into it at all.
Association Congressional Fellow, a teacher on domestic poverty inequality at Georgetown University, which is a fine institution. Lindsay Owens, welcome to The Problem. Nice to see you.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here with you.
Lindsay, your tweets.
Good to see you
were
too, Docky.
Music to my ears. I've been yelling about this idea that we have no control over inflation because we can't. Companies still got to make the profit that they make.
Oh, Adam's got the whole.
Lindsay, what's your take on?
Adam's got the whole war figured out now, everybody. He says that Putin is killing people because he wants to give water to Crimea. Oh, okay, Adam, that makes a lot of sense. I've seen you've really done your research on this. Yeah, maybe go study something before you try to argue it, bro, because you have no idea what you're talking about.
Inflation, what's
Do
going
you
on?
even know what the pipeline was about between Germany and Russia? Do you know anything about that?
And if that is the only solution.
Yeah, I've been yelling about this for a while too. You hear a lot about inflation falling from the sky, or Jerome Powell, the chair of the Federal Reserve,
Listen to her.
waving a magic wand and deciding the price. But the truth is, prices are set by firms, right? Companies decide the price that they want to charge for goods.
Oh.
And what we have been seeing,
Oh,
starting to disturb
what do you
us-
know, Adam? She didn't say it was Putin that decides the prices. It's corporations. Funny, huh? She's not blaming Putin like you are. Hilarious.
Is reporting not just of an increase in profits, right? Increase in profits, fine. Demand is up.
And
Sell more
trust
ways than
me.
the minute stand, you're going to drive more profit.
She understands this problem way better than you ever will, Adam. Trust me. So maybe listen to her.
But what we're seeing is an increase in profit margins. So there's a story about how
Adam's so smart he was the first human. That's good, Billy. Sold a rib, dumbass. That's a good one.
cost more.
Cheers.
Okay, fine. Like they pass on the cost of the lemons, the additional cost of the lemons. That should not drive up profit margins.
Okay, so Adam, you said we're talking about two different things. Okay, well then do me a favor. Get on my page, bro. I don't appreciate Vladimir Putin going into Ukraine and murdering a bunch of people. I don't appreciate that at all. I don't support it at one bit. All I said, Adam, if you can figure out language, was that he's not the one responsible for the inflation in this country. That's it. That's not support of Putin. Get it right, Adam. Figure out how words work and stop trying to stuff them in my mouth because you get it wrong every time you try to do that. Cheers.
Profit margins are driven up when they pass on the cost of the lemon.
Cheers to having my own opinion and narrative and not having someone try to rewrite my narrative for me.
Is there any ability to control that? We don't really have any ability to say to a company in a time of crisis, you can stop jacking us on lemons. We're just going to keep riding this lemon analogy, Lindsay, all the way through the podcast. I hope you don't mind that.
Yeah, I mean, look, there are a number of reasons why we're seeing high inflation right now. First of all, we've got some demand. People are buying some products. Some of that is because people have money in their pockets. That's a great thing. And I don't think the solution to this problem is to make a bunch of people poorer to solve our, inflation problem. Some of what we're seeing is, a shift from more money being spent on services to more money being spent on goods, right? That's creating some real supply challenges, right? Like supply is not meeting demand. And there are a lot of different reasons.
No, it hasn't increased due to him. It's increased due to Joe Biden and the policies that he's implemented. He's the one that raised prices, bro. It wasn't Putin. It was Joe Biden. The whole reason we're at war is so Joe Biden can make people like you believe that it was Putin that did this. That's why we're at war, bro. We supported Zelensky. We installed Zelensky. And Zelensky was the one that refused to have a peace with Russia. He refused it. But that's another podcast that you need to watch, bro. You need a lot more information than what you've got at your disposal. And if you're going to try to take someone on in an argument or a conversation regarding something, you really need a lot more ammunition, bro, because this is not helping you at all.
So that we can talk about, and the pandemic, of course, is among them, but it's not the only one. But some of what we're seeing is this just sort of rank profiteering. Now, there are some tools in our toolbox for dealing with
Tools in our
profiteering when it
toolbox.
reaches the level of being sort of collusion or
We got
price
tools in our
fixing.
toolbox.
Gouging.
Yeah, in 38 states, there are laws on the book against price gouging in certain situations, like
right.
emergencies, like when there's a flood or fire or earthquake, things like that. But other tools that we have in our toolbox, frankly, when we see sort of rank
Tools in our
profiteering like this,
toolbox.
it's like we can drive on tax,
Hey,
right?
Paul,
We can raise the
type
corporate
in.
tax rate. We can implement an excess profits tax.
You're
And
talking,
there are a
you're
number
talking
of
about
options.
legislative fix. A legislative fix, I don't have any confidence in. Henry can case on me, but I don't, because the government is so slow to act. They are so analog in a digital world. And I want to make clear, have you guys noticed, because I notice this when I go shopping, like these are Johnson & Johnson. This is like if you go to the drugstore, Tyson, if you go buy, like these are major companies that have jacked the prices really high. And you're saying chances are it's not commensurate with the added cost of their supply chain issues. It's actually quite a bit larger than that. And would they admit to that? Like if you were to call them on that, what would they say?
Well, we don't have to call them.
Hey,
We've already
Jeannie.
told us. So my organization, we looked at hundreds of earnings call transcripts. So earnings calls are just the calls that CEOs and CFOs have with shareholders when they release their quarterly earnings report, as they do on a regular basis and file those with the SEC.
Well, it's Adam. It's like you said, we're not even discussing the same thing. You're not even listening. You're not like most of the other people in this chat are understanding exactly where I'm coming from because they're paying attention to what they're saying. They're also understanding that all of this was discussed before the war started. Okay? Most people have already latched on to that idea. You're still spinning your wheels with Putin all over you. I don't even understand your infatuation with that whole situation. It doesn't make
They have to tell the
sense.
truth on earnings calls by law. So this isn't just embellishment or bragging. This is them telling us what's actually happening. And what we see time over time. I mean, we're not cherry picking this. I mean, it's a target rich environment. The CEOs are really just bragging and crowing about the pricing that they've been able to pull off.
Here we go. I'm gonna reenact, Lindsay. This is Kason. You're gonna be a shareholder for Johnson & Johnson. Henrik, I don't know what your role is in this.
I'll figure something out.
I'm gonna be the CEO. Hey everybody, we are fucking killing it. There's some supply chain issues that has caused some problems, but we decided to jack this shit like you can't believe. Honestly, I'm dipping my balls in gold as I'm on this earnings call.
You are bound by law to tell the truth, so you are literally giving your balls a gold. Is that correct?
He's literally talking about corporate America, Adam. Nothing about Putin, nothing about the war. This is all about American greed, period. And this was all happening before your little Ukraine war started, bro.
That's my
That
point.
you support.
Kason,
That you
I'm very
support.
interested in this conversation.
You
Because
support
it's
that
also-
war so much too, bro. You just love that we're at war. Oh, fight, fight, fight. Oh, yeah, fight. We're at war. Yay.
That has decided to go
Adam needs his war.
And
Are they
Gotta change the name.
Are they gonna change the name?
no, they kept the name Dollar Store, and they're like, sorry. I'm like, no, you don't get to do this for Q-tips, but it's like QUE tips. It's like you don't get to
It's
do
not
that.
brand stuff, right?
Yeah, no, we know this is bootleg. You don't get to
Q-tip
He's talking about the dollar store. Can't call
Listen,
themselves a
the
dollar
point
store
we
anymore.
ultimately come to here is we are under the illusion that we live in a free market capitalist system, and we in no way live in a free market capitalist system. But the thing that's so surprising to me is your
How do you
knowledge of this
support
is
them?
not what I hear on the news. I have not heard one person talking about the excessive profit margins on like
Because you support the war by blaming Putin for all of our problems. It's all Putin's fault. Let's go to war. Let's kill that guy. It's all his fault. He's ruined everything that was America. It's Putin's fault. That's why, Adam. That's how you support war, mother. That is, hey, you and Adam Benson agree. Just so you know. You guys should go have lunch today.
network news, right? They all talk about this is out of control. We don't know how to stop it. The Fed's going to jump in. Not one has said, or
Oh, you got to leave. Oh, yeah.
prices
Well,
off.
of course you
So-
have to leave, Adam, because I proved you wrong. That's why you have to leave. Bye. Now, I could stop playing this. Now, I think everyone else here understands the situation, right? We had inflation before the war started. Stop blaming Putin for what's Biden's fault. All right? Stop. She hates that. She loves Joe Biden. You know, the guy that authored the crime bill, the guy who's responsible for millions of African Americans being unjustly placed in prison and ruining their lives. Yeah, Biden's such a superhero. He's great. The greatest racist we've ever known. Adam's got upon another rib. Well, at least Adam didn't eat that apple off the tree. Wasn't his fault. Mom's going to be pissed too late, bro. Mom's been pissed. She hates when I talk about this shit. Now take a fat hit and let's chill together. I just took a fat hit. Where were you, bro? I just fucking took a fat hit. You guys are so funny. It was his ribs' fault. It was Jen Psaki that came out a couple of days ago claiming that they calling this the Putin price hike. And I'm just not having it. It's not the Putin price hike. Like I said, prices were hiked before the war started. It's a joke. They're having this whole war just so they can distract people like Adam and my mom and Judy Pekarsky so they can win their votes, their precious votes. But I'm telling you, a lot more people are seeing the reality. You can't trust either party. You know, and don't even get me started on what's going on with abortion in Florida right now. You know, I told mom, you know, first it started in Texas and I predicted it was going to happen in Florida. She's like, it started in Florida first. I'm like, what? Yeah, with Prick Scott. He passed some legislation and they held it off for 7 or 8 years until dumbass Rick DeSantis was able to get in there and get enough of his cronies installed in the Florida Supreme Court to pass the bullshit legislation that forces women to go see a doctor before they agree to have an abortion. They have to go embarrass themselves. They have to go out in public. They have to go, you know, because they're in such a great state of mind getting ready to have an abortion. Now they have to go make an appointment, see if they can get the appointment, and go appear in front of a doctor before they can get the medical procedure of having an abortion. Great. Florida's so great. Ron DeSantis, he really cares about women. You know, like I said, what, you agree with me? Oh, you agree with me? Oh, my bad, Judy. My bad, because you came in before. I swear you were agreeing with what Adam said. My bad. You said it's Biden, not Putin. Oh, duh, this guy, Adam. Oh, you're talking about Adam. I thought you were agreeing with Adam. I got you, Judy. I read that backwards. Okay. That could have been read either way. Like I thought you were talking about this guy. You were talking about me. And I was like, wow, that's pretty harsh, Judy. Like you don't know me. It all started way before Putin. Please don't put me in that group. If Adam and your mom, no disrespect to your mom, of course. All right, Judy. I got you. I still love you. I still love Adam too. I mean, I can disagree with him. I'm not going to leave his show just because I disagree with him. That was pretty lame. But if you're supporting this Biden administration, then you're supporting a war. Period. There's no way around it. They're playing like state-run media on all of the mainstream media channels. It's psychotic. I feel like I'm in North Korea. It's all lies and bullshit. And I laugh and laugh and laugh at it. I just can't wait till that first false flag that NATO or America or Ukraine gets caught doing. Oh my goodness. And then everyone knows, and then we're all just going to laugh about it. You haven't had your coffee? Well, I'm about 1 cup in. So I call it biodiesel. No disrespect. Love you too. Good day, Nay. I agree that power-hungry fools have been trying to pull off some insane stuff. Have a trendy day. Thanks, Paul. So get this. Can I tell you something that I don't know what to do about? Need advice? Yeah, Judy, what? Tell me. And I'll smoke this bong rip while you... We'll call this section Advice by Trendy Nay. I don't know. That's stupid. I don't like that title. A Trendy Nay advisory. Cheers, guys. Ron DeSantis. Oh my God. It's Ron DeSantis, isn't it? Eddie, what's up, buddy? Mother. So, okay, never mind. It's Fauci? Gilbert, rest in peace. Wait, commencement will be by Fauci? Dude, Fauci's a freaking liar. He said that masks don't work. Okay, he's a liar. He can't be trusted. He tortured beagles to death by having them bit on their faces by sand fleas. He's a fucking Nazi. That's what Fauci is. I don't know what to tell you, Judy. I would protest the damn commencement. But it's not my child, it's yours. Hey Eddie, I've been good. Thanks for asking. May Gilbert Godfrey rest in peace. What a genius of a comedian. Rest in peace. So that was yesterday's show, bro. I accidentally used the same title. I'm sorry, Eddie. We're talking about Joe Biden trying to blame Putin for inflation here in the United States, which was prevalent and extreme prior to the start of the war in Ukraine. You can blame Putin for murdering a bunch of innocent people. I never take that away. I don't take that off the table ever. I don't support this war at all. But I'm not going to blame Putin for our freaking inflation, which is completely derivative. It's completely created by the people who set the prices. That's not Putin, man. He doesn't come over here and tell AT&T what to charge you every month. He doesn't come over here and tell Burger King what to charge you for a fucking Whopper. You guys are idiots, man. They're taking advantage of you. And the reason they take advantage of you is because of people like my friend Adam that allow them to walk all over them because they're blind to the facts of what they are because they're watching that garbage. Shout outs PE. What? Of all the people to tell these kids how to go out into the world, wear masks and wash your hands, so upset. I just found out she's sick. She's sick to her stomach, and so are we. I would go in there and I would protest him while he's speaking. I would go to the graduation, and me and my daughter, Judy, we would hold up posters saying that masks do work and Fauci lied. Say, masks work, Fauci lied, and hold that up. That's what I would do at the commencement. Masks work, Fauci lied. You know, maybe you get some schmutz on your hand and then you'll adjust your mask. Yeah, it doesn't work. Yeah, you get some schmutz. Yeah, we're all speaking Yiddish. We're so cool. Go fuck yourself, Fauci. Go fuck yourself, you liar. I just found out of all the people who tell these kids how to go out in the world, wear masks and wash your hands. So when the manager wants to have a bonus, the worker and the farmer are paying for it, not the company. Keep it going, Ben. I have to watch you more. What's up, Beezel?
What are you doing? You playing around? Hello, my Beezel.
My Beezel's here. My Beezel's here. What's up, Bees?
Why Beezel? Why Beezel?
You guys won't see my bees. Oh, there's my bees right there. My bees.
Ooh, let me kiss it. Let me kiss it. My Beezel. I love you, my Beezel.
You guys won't see my Beezel?
Come here, Beezel. Come here, Beezel. Oh, my Beezel. Oh, there's my Beezel. Got the Beezel. Beezel, Beezel, Beezel. Mwah. Oh, that's my piglet. Oh, God.
Short leg. Short leg bees. This calls for the 420 Alliance. I would stand with you, Doc Hollandaise. You know, it's like, it's to me, Fauci's not even a person worth protesting because it's not my child that's at that commencement. Understand? It is a dear friend of mine, but you know, it's not. Just the fact that people like Donald Trump, Fauci, Biden, you know, Jen Psaki, these people can just lie to your faces whenever they want. They just lie to you. And you can be told, hey, that's a lie. Here's the evidence. And you'll be like, yeah, okay, they lied to me. And you'll still go respecting them and thinking that they're all that. And why is that? You know, when someone lies to you, that should just be, okay, you lied to me. Now it's over. You're not trustworthy. You are less than a human being to me now. I'm not going to trust you anymore. You're not leadership material. Why are you still supporting liars? And, you know, after Donald Trump lied just the first few days of, you know, of just running for office, let alone being president of the United States and lying. And people knew that he was lying about things and they didn't care. He lied about the size of how many people were at his inauguration and it was disproven over and over again and nobody cared about it. Because I know you're not going to like it, but you've been lied to your whole lives and you're used to it. They start you when you're a child. So by the time you're voting for these idiots, it feels comfortable that someone's lying to your face. You watch reality TV shows. You love them. That's all a lie. It's all a lie. None of that is real. They're just, oh yeah, if someone gets money at the end of it, they're just getting paid off to go along with the lie.
that you're watching something that, oh, look, we captured this on video. We captured this. Look, there's no producer saying, okay, so this is what the scene's going to be. Okay, when the camera comes on, you guys are going to be doing this, and you're going to do this, and you're going to say that. Oh, that never happens on reality TV. And, you know, the king of reality TV himself, Donald Trump, was the one that made it glorious to fire people. And so many of you bought into that, and you thought that was cool. Let's take someone's job. Oh, but they're just actors. It's just an act. Well, I thought it was reality TV. It doesn't matter. It's the sentiment. Do you understand that? It's the vibe. And he vibed all over you, America. And it's like I said, it wasn't just for Trump fans. Now it's people don't mind if Kamala Harris gets in your, oh, we're going to fix healthcare. We're going to fix healthcare for you. We're going to fix healthcare for you. No, you're not. You're not going to do anything for us. You never do and you never will. You're a liar. Correct me if I'm wrong here, guys. But, you know, the age of Trump has brought you the age of Biden, and it doesn't matter. They're all just going to keep lying. And that's what's going to happen. From now on, it's not going to get any better. You know, Elon Musk is going to come up with a self-driving car every year. He's going to come up with that self-driving car. He's going to dig tunnels under the whole goddamn planet, and you're going to be able to just travel around everywhere. We're going to colonize Mars, and you idiots will sit there and support him still. You'll go buy his shit, just like me, because I'm one of you. I'm an idiot too, with my Starlink. I got to out myself there too. But you know what? It was the best goddamn internet I had. It was phenomenal internet. And I'll give credit where credit is due, but the man is evil. And he's got me by my balls. He does. He's got a lot of you by your balls. So does Amazon. So does Bill Gates. I'm using freaking Microsoft right now, and you probably are too. You're using a Microsoft product. I guarantee somehow we are owned by these people, by these corporations. And someone like Adam Benson will come on here, and till the day he dies, he will defend them all. Why? Why would you do that? Why not just call it what it is? Call these people out for who they are and see it for what it is. And we haven't had a discussion like this in a while, and it's too bad because I think we need more of them. Ryan Webb, thank you so much for saying that in such a nice way. I'm going to put the chat back on. I can't remember why I took it off screen in the first place. I was doing something and I forgot to put it back. I'm sorry about that. You know, Tara Reid says that Joe Biden raped her. And he sat there and he said to her, there's nothing you can do about it. And he laughed at her. That's the president of the United States, man. Now, I'm not saying he did it. I'm saying Tara Reid said he did it. And you know what? I'm a big fan of Tara Reid. I check her out on Twitter all the time. She puts out really good stuff, really good tweets. Let me hear from you guys if you follow Tara Reid. You know, the rape victim of President Joe Biden, you know, the current president of the United States of America, the woman that he raped. Do any of you guys follow Tara Reid on Twitter? So if not Trump last election, then who? No one, Trevor. Vote none of the above. Vote none of the above, Trevor. You don't have to vote. I'm not voting. Hey, man, I stopped voting years ago, bro. I can't handle the guilt. You know, we set Putin up for this entire war. We did. We set it up. It's like we set up the whole chessboard, man. We set it all up so Putin could go in there and have his war. Because he is a warmonger. He loves war. He's a man of war. That's what Putin is. He's one of the old dinosaur, freaking KGB, FBI days, and we went like this. We're like, be our guest, because we've got plenty of Northrop Grumman and Martin, Lockheed, Raytheon, plenty of companies that are drooling to supply Ukraine with weapons so they can make billions of dollars off of this. The oil companies are drooling because they knew the price of oil was going to go skyrocketing, and it wasn't hurting them at all. They're not getting hurt at all. They're just making a killing off of us. So, if you agree with me, thank you. I appreciate you guys so much for agreeing. Like I said, we haven't had a conversation like this in a while, but when I saw that video of Jon Stewart and I listened to what they were talking about, I said, that is the problem. It's, the problem isn't the fact that there's a war going on in Ukraine right now. The problem is we jacked up all of the prices before the war even freaking started. And we allowed it to happen, man. We need to talk about it more? No, man, I don't want to talk. That's what the problem is right there, is I don't want to talk about it. It just pisses everybody off. My buddy Adam, my mother, I misunderstood my good friend Judy. It's just a problem. It's tricky for me to talk about shit like this. I'm glad that Jon Stewart covered it back in February 17th. Okay, Google. When did the war in Ukraine start? February 20th. February 20th, right? We're watching a video from February 17th. Before, I wasn't 100% sure, but I was pretty sure. This video from Jon Stewart was on February 17th, and the Ukraine war didn't start until the 20th. And, man, we didn't even make it halfway through that video. Can we listen to just a little bit more? I want you to hear some more.
This time.
Yeah, look, I think this is very undercovered. I'll tell you where you'll find it. If you find it in business reporting, Business Insider, Forbes, Yahoo Finance, CNBC, Squawk Box, they cover earnings calls because that's important information to cover as they track the stock market. And
let me tell you, she's a lot easier to listen to sped up because she does that whole vocal fry thing. When she's done talking, she'll talk like this. And I can't stand people that do that because it's intentional. So stop, because you sound stupid. Okay, vocal fry lady, just saying, it's a lot easier to listen to when it's fast.
Frankly, investors
Cheers.
come to those sources.
No more vocal fry.
On those earnings
No
calls.
more vocal
But, they cover
fry.
it as a kind of
Cheers.
a little bit of a just a fact man kind of approach. And they also cover it, frankly, as an exciting development, which is inflation has been really good for business. Inflation is
Right,
keeping the
they're
stock
gleeful.
market. Yeah.
When I've tuned into those and they're talking about it, they don't ever say profit margins are not commensurate to the inflationary pressures of the supply chain. They always are like, look at these calls. Oh, the profit calls. Ladies and gentlemen, the bulls are running. This is amazing. Nobody ever stops to go, oh, we're getting fucked by these folks.
And let me just say, as someone who's had my finger on the pulse of everything that Yahoo Finance is reporting,
Sure. Go ahead.
they've been gloating. They've been gloating. But it is very funny to me, Lindsay, that what
They've
you
been
say is
gloating,
true
he said.
in that, and John, what you're talking about in the news reporting is that there's sort of this panic of
They're gloating. The wealthy are gloating right now. That's what he said. Well, this was before the war started, but they were gloating.
a mysterious thing is going on. We have no idea. What's the solve? How's it happening? Where's it coming from? And then we just have these calls where people are like, oh, it's because I raised the price 30%.
So if all these things are public consumption, what's the disconnect between what these companies are doing with inflation and how the American public receives it? Because it sounds pretty clear to me on this call that that's what they're doing. So what's the disconnect between these shareholder meetings?
That's a
all
great
these things are public. Why is that?
The disconnect is we're all dumbing ourselves down. We're all getting drunk every night. We're tuning out. We're playing video games. We're in chat rooms and whatever, and we're not paying attention to what's going on. And when something costs more, you just reach into your wallet a little bit deeper. You dig a little deeper, and you take it on the chin, and you shut up like a good American, and you keep waving that flag and blaming Putin for all your problems. That's what war is for. It's to distract you. They used sports. Now they couldn't use the sports to distract you, so they have to just use the real thing now. Now they just use actual war, which, sports are just simulated war, basically. You can figure it out on your own. We've talked about it on the show plenty of times.
Yeah, so I would give a couple of answers. The first is that Americans are pretty angry about inflation right now. I mean, the polling really does bear that out. The latest kind of Moody's analysis suggests that families on average are getting hit with about $276 a month in additional costs because of inflation.
Right.
Like, that's not immediate.
Inflation and price gouging, says Trevor. Talk about my pictures. I'm Adidas. You are being on, bro. War is money. It's just a business and people are doing well out of it. When the war is over, the USA and UK will be first in the door to repair everything and make a shitload more.
Yeah, conspiracy, that's like families
Hey, Treasure.
who see the, receipt piling up at the grocery store. And frankly, most Americans also know that this is part of the story. When we look at polling on if corporations are to blame for inflation, there's a chunk of people who are pretty aware of this, right? Across the political spectrum, Republicans, Independents, Democrats. I think, I don't think it gets covered as much by the sort of standard like political reporters, just because there's a vested interest, I think, in using inflation, weaponizing inflation to sort of like wedge Biden, right? There are also folks who, there's a sort of like honest intellectual debate about the extent to which fiscal policies in the United States contributed to this, and folks are playing that out. And there's a lot of reporting about the supply chain and what's going on there. And the supply chain story, again, is actually, related to this exact story we're talking about here, which is why are these companies in a position to charge extra without fear of being undercut by competition? Well, 50 years of reshaping our economy through mergers and acquisitions, creating these giants. 4 people pack meat and get it to the grocery store. There are 3 major shipping cartels. Basically like one country handling all the semiconductors.
This sounds like a mafia. This isn't free market capitalism. Like, hey, it's a shame if something would happen to your chicken prices.
So, okay.
You gotta watch yourself out there.
I see you, Tyson.
So the meat packers are definitely a mafia. There's 4 people who run 85% of market share.
Is that good? I'm not an econ guy. Is that good? Is that
No.
good? Thumbs up or thumbs down on that?
Thumbs
Oh,
down.
Okay.
2 thumbs down. One of them's Tyson. Another one is this company, a Brazilian company called JBS. They just settled, of course, no fault, a price fixing settlement 2 weeks ago. But the 2 brothers who run the company are like recently out of jail for bribery. This is not like, this is a lot less like your Econ 101.
Did you hear that? The 2 brothers that run that chicken company went to jail for bribery. Did you guys hear that? No. I'm sorry. I'm talking to the show. Did you guys catch that? Do you understand what was just said? And the comedy by 3 comedians, 3 comedy writers are sitting there and missed the Breaking Bad reference. And I couldn't believe it. I kept waiting for someone to say the Chicken Brothers. And no one said it. I'm like, I couldn't believe it. Bro, listen to her bring up the 2 brothers again. Listen to the story of the brothers, the Chicken Brothers, the corrupt Chicken Brothers, right?
One of them's Tyson. Another one is this company, a Brazilian company called JBS. They just settled, of course, no fault, a price fixing settlement 2 weeks ago. But the 2 brothers who run the company are like recently out of jail for bribery. This is not like, this is a lot less like your Econ 101 textbook and a lot more like The Sopranos. It absolutely is.
Wait, the chicken people are bribing people?
Yeah,
hey, something
Sopranos.
Just bribing someone. That's the
Okay.
title.
Should we be saying all this stuff?
Henrik Blix is calling out Brazilian meat purveyors in a very controversial
I'm gonna
way.
wake up with chicken feet in my bed.
By the way,
Pollos
I never slept
hermanos.
more soundly than when I wake up.
Los pollos
Lindsay,
hermanos.
what? Like, this should be screamed from
Los
the hilltops. Because as soon
pollos
as you stimulate the economy
hermanos.
on the demand
Mi
side, like we did
hermano
during the pandemic,
Chicken
inflation runs
Brothers.
rampant. But when you stimulate it on the supply side, inequality explodes. But inflation is fine. It's just those on the high end get to hoard.
How do you miss a Chicken Brothers joke, man? It could have been so much fun. They just totally missed that. I'm like, dude, the Chicken Brothers corrupt from Brazil? I mean, it couldn't have been set up. They teed that up for you. And they literally, they held your arms for you and swung for you, and you still missed the ball. It's like, really, man?
So how do we leverage
Ugh.
this syndicate to not have such profit margins? Why can't the government then jump in, like in the way that they invoke the War Powers Act? Why can't they jump in then and start to alleviate some of these supply chain issues, and start to
Supply
alleviate some of
chain.
these manufacturing lags, and force these companies into something? Because, and maybe this is paranoid, but it does strike me that as soon as workers start to demand higher wages, and as soon as the government stimulates on the demand side rather than the corporate side, suddenly the economy decides, oh, we're going to go into crisis mode and hyperinflate everything. Like, it does feel very suspicious.
It's called
if
greed.
I'm being paranoid.
It's called
No, I mean,
greed.
at least, at a minimum on the political side, if not the larger economic narrative. I mean, of course, workers are going to get scapegoated for this. Like, that's absolutely the play. Workers' wages and, frankly, unions. You're going to see and have already seen folks blaming like unionized workers at the Port of LA for the supply shortage. And
Vocal
it
fry.
is real to worry about what economists call a wage price spiral, right? Wages going up, and then companies increasing prices to cover the cost of wages, and then prices going up and workers asking for more wages. The good news is we haven't seen that at all in this moment.
Right.
So we can be fairly confident we're not in a situation where there's a wage price spiral. I think we're in a profit price spiral, right? Where
That's right.
where these CEOs are driving harder and harder on price and are saying that, there's more room to drive on price and will continue to drive on price.
Is the answer here not so much economic policy or monetary policy, but trust busting? Are we back in the Teddy Roosevelt days? Is this about the government stepping in to create an environment that doesn't become so monopolistic or cartelish or any of those things? And
Too
is there
late.
a way
They
that
already
can
own you.
create more competition and less price?
How is the government supposed to make changes when the government to make changes to the very corporations that own the government? It's been set up to never be fixed. It's perfectly psychotic, and we're in it. There's no getting out of it. When you see what Ron DeSantis is doing right now in Florida with the laws here and with the support that he gets from people, it's not just that he's some psychotic Republican woman-hating leader. He hates gay people and women. It's not like that. It's like there is a whole bunch of supporters here in this state that love him and don't see him doing any wrong. That's the problem. And we're in that age. We're literally, man, they warned us about it, idiocracy. We have arrived. We are there. We've got the psychotic leaders that are lying to us about Gatorade, being what we're supposed to pour on our crops because they've got electrolytes. That's where we are. And we're willing to accept that and kill the freaking crops. We're in the exact same situation right now. One guy get blown up by a crippled guy. Well, that's what happens when you're a sitcom cliche. I could go on. You need to move to my live free or die state. A lot of people up here would love you. What state, Judy? I'm really happy I'm living on that creek, which is just, freaking awesome. I'm really enjoying that.
Illusion in this marketplace.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that we run this policy play and all of our problems are solved. This mess took 50 years to create, and we're not getting out of it overnight, and we may not even get out of it before the next mess hits. I think the first, absolutely right. I mean, as aggressive as possible on antitrust. I want to see the Department of Justice going after.
Dude, this was 3 days before the war started in Ukraine. Did you hear her until the next crisis starts? She predicted that shit. She was only 3 days off. That's crazy.
Collusion, going after price fixing, taking this on criminally, which it is. It's criminal. President Biden has asked the Federal Trade Commission and the Department of Justice and senators, such as Senator Elizabeth Warren, have asked the Department of Justice to look into this. And I think that they take those requests seriously. And so hopefully we'll see some action on that front. But there's definitely work that the Federal Trade Commission can take on as well here. Not criminal ones, but, other fines and abilities to take on this issue.
How much of an issue do they think it is?
Fines don't hurt
do you know if
these
that's made
people.
a dent in their priorities?
Yeah, I mean, Lena Khan, who chairs the Federal Trade Commission, has spoken out on this pretty forcefully about both the profiteering that she's seeing right now and also, frankly, the kind of long arc story that we talked about around the supply chain and how, waves of mergers and acquisitions over the last few decades got us to a place where these giants were really able to capitalize on a crisis. So I think she takes this quite seriously.
Is there a reason why inflation and competition aren't talked about together? Because it just seems like inflation seems to be a consumer's problem. And now that Frontier and Spirit are together, where am I going to get my $68 flights from? I don't care who makes my bread. I don't care who makes my eggs. I don't care about none of that. So why isn't competition more of a priority here versus
We don't live in a free market capitalist system, even though we pretend we do.
Saltwater OG.
He slammed it into the mic.
Lindsay, is there anything that's giving you hope that this part of the story will A, be told more forcefully, and B, that there will be some policy prescriptions that can help deal with it before this thing spreads out of control and we end up with just giant rate hikes and all kinds of other things that don't really address that core part of the problem.
Yeah, definitely rate hikes are not going to fix our supply chain issues or our competition issues or these sort of more structural issues in the marketplace. I mean, I can answer, the question about why economists aren't interested in this and like why competition doesn't get, brought up in this space. And I think the short version is they don't really have a theory of power. Market power, and power matters for how markets are shaped. And I think folks like historians who study power, political economists, heterodox economists, sociologists who do, and folks who are in the antitrust space do think power matters and how economies work. And I think, macroeconomists are going to have to take power into account going forward if they want to actually be a predictive science and be helpful in a moment like this, which frankly they aren't really right now.
Do you think they got caught off guard that corporations that have almost monopolistic control over pricing decided to not necessarily gouge, but jack it more than is necessary?
Yeah, I don't think that they like to think about this. And I think the earnings call data, which keeps trickling out, is really helpful in sort of forcing this issue to the fore. And there's, a lot more where this came from, and there's a lot more to put out.
Lindsay Ellen, from the Executive Director of the Groundwork Collaborative, thank you so much for joining us and enlightening us.
It just makes me sick to know that there are people that are in control of all of this and they don't care. These corporations and the people that run them, the CEOs, they determine these prices. They do all of this to us. And it just makes me feel sick inside, man, Six people wanted to go protest Disney because they support gay people, gay children, whatever. And nobody is out protesting this, I think. And I don't see anybody protesting women's rights in Florida now either. But it's beyond etching away now. It's literally just caving away at your rights now. They are just, it used to be, it's a slippery slope. Then it's like, yeah, they're just etching away at your rights one at a time. Now it's like they're just. Yo, Nick, can you blow smoke rings now, bro? They see us as sheep with big fat wallets. It's crazy. Like I said, man, I don't like talking about it. I do not like talking about it. Yeah, you blow smoke rings now, bro? The sea of glass I've got in Northern California? I don't know. Something. Probably an earthquake. Take it all out. Eventually.
Saltwater OG. That's what I'm smoking. It's good, man. It's good. It's real good. I'm here to tell you. So, you guys have been a fantastic audience. I will see you on the next live show. Hashtag. What the hell was that? No. Hashtag. What am I going to say? Hashtag keep it open. You were trying too hard. You're still learning to do it. Hashtag keep it open. Hashtag play ball, people. You guys take care. I will see. My coffee is done. Done. That's a lot of people. I don't like to shut 19 people down that want something to keep going, you know. There's always more coffee. Hashtag keep it open. Oh, Billy says hashtag keep it open. I think we'll keep it open. This is the show. This is the show. This is the show. My dad is watching me do my show. My dad is watching me do my show. And he's like, what? It's like this. My dad's all like this. It's like, what the hell is my son doing? What the hell? What the hell is my son doing over there? Do not know. It's almost like he knows that I just put him on my show. It's almost like he knows I put him on my show. It's almost like he knows I put him on my show. Why the fuck does he talk to that skinny TV? I know, right? He's like, what is he doing? I wonder if he's wondering. He's got like a very perplexed look on his face right now. Dad's gonna be chilling. Greetings from Kraut. Mom's gonna be pissed. He is focused on me. Completely focused on me right now. Usually when he's like that, I like to tell him stuff. You know? I like to tell him, like yesterday, I went out and I started raking part of the yard. It's going to take a long time to rake that whole backyard, but it needs it, you know, and the grass is going to be so nice after I do that. I got to tell him about that. Kraut is out. Where are you going? I'm Adidas. Nobody told you can leave. Dude, don't affect my numbers, bro. Don't affect my numbers, bro. Don't do it. Don't make my 19 drop, bro. We got to keep that 19, bro. He's been staring at me for the past 10 minutes. At first he was like this. He had his like this, and then I put the camera on him and he went. He took his
wanna tell them that you still got it, man?
You're like, I think I got this figured out.
They sending me a text to attach that piece for 'em.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they'll be here within half hour, she said.
Oh, cool.
That was a little while ago, and I said, well, I better not go too far. I'll take him to the stable as soon as they finish.
Cool.
The reason we don't see that Velcro, this was a replacement piece. The other one didn't work and they sent me this one. So I think somebody didn't attach a Velcro. So hopefully they can come with the Velcro or they have to get it from the company. But I called them quick so that because the chair is brand new.
Right.
So,
Right.
right, Gwen? That's how you do it.
It's a ligustrum tree. Ligustrum. This one. Ligustrum. I thought it was a ficus. It's a ligustrum. The leaves are similar to ficus leaves, but that tree is the tree's badass. It's old. I don't believe 19 people are still watching the show. I think that's fake. Slavery gets all of us in some way. I'm lucky my gramps was vocal till the end. He told me about his ghost army work in clown college 85 times a piece. I boiled it down to 3 work days. Took a while. Psh. All right, let's refresh the chat. Still here, no fake. I thought you said you were leaving, bro. Here, we're going to refresh the page. We'll see how many people are really here. Wow. I really didn't think that was going to happen. The chat is still working. Who's going to bump the squid? You guys remember that? Who's going to bump the squid? Nope. Treasure Coast Waters gets it. And let me see if I can mute this really quick. All right, was that cool? Dude, I went out there yesterday with the water, dude, in the water, with the water. It's so awesome. Had so much fun doing water stuff. Lag your audio, so I came to YouTube. It's just Facebook. Huh, weird. That's weird. Fried Drive. Everyone should check out Fried Drive channel on YouTube, Fried Drive. There's a squirrel on the ligustrum. There's a squirrel on the ligustrum. Look at the ligustrum. It has a squirrel on it. For there is a squirrel on the ligustrum. I don't know if you saw that. He sat here the next year. It was one of the most amazing. Oh, right on, Docky Allen Daisy. Right on, big boy. Plants are doing fabulous. How are you? You. Watching the grass grow in, man. I know that sounds funny. It's like watching grass grow. But they dug these trenches to put the sprinkler system in. And you can see these broad grass leaves popping up all over the place. It's really exciting, man. So that's why I'm out there raking. You know, I've raked up like, I don't know, maybe 300 square feet worth of the yard or something like that. Got a few piles that I was raking. So that grass is going to come in nice. And legalization is happening this month. Well, what they're trying to do in federal, man, they once again they passed it through the House. It's got to go through the Senate. Whatever. However it works. You know, there's no guarantee it's going to go through, but it would make my life a lot easier right now. It would certainly make my life a lot easier right now. Well, you sent it is awesome. The triage oil. The triage oil. Oh, yeah, that stuff. I remember that stuff. Bro, I saw what you put on Twitter about your dog, bro. You said the triage oil made some growth go away on your dog. I put that shit on Twitter, bro. Not that it matters anymore, but I actually, it's funny. I actually said that today in a tweet. Somebody said that they smoked, they were stopped getting stoned, and now they got a job and blah 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 blah. And I said, yeah, and I've been smoking since I was 14, and I'm a millionaire. You know, so. Was the growth on his dog just an erection? Ask Big Merc, man. Big Merc knows what the growth was. Beazle, why you beazling, little Beazle? Rogie wants to go outside, so I'm going to go. Love you guys. This has been a great. I hope you enjoyed the extra 12 minutes. It's from all the hashtag keep it opens, man. I'll keep it open when you guys do that. Or even though I did want to go after an hour. I do greatly so appreciate that so much. But Rogie wants to go outside, and I want to go out there too. So time to go play in the water again. You guys take care. Love y'all. I'll see you on the next broadcast. Turn on your notifications, and please follow me on Twitter. It's at Nays Garden on Twitter. Okay, get on over there and follow me on Twitter. Okay, bye guys. Turn on notifications over there too, and retweet me, man. Go over there and